Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I am your host, Mark Destiny. This is the Wrestling with Destiny podcast, AEW Dynamite review show. Now, a week ago, Darby Allin successfully defended his TNT championship against Matt Hardy in a wild, chaotic main event. Wednesday, he again put his title on the line, this time against Jurassic Express Jungle Boy. The showdown between the two young, dynamic, red-hot, up-and-comers headline and broadcast that also featured an AEW Women's Championship defense. The latest in Christian Cage war with Team Taz and a battle of win streaks between Hangman Page and Ricky Starks. Who picked up key wins on the road to Double or Nothing, and what did it mean for the competitors involved? Find out now with this AEW Dynamite review show. I'll be right back with you after the intro.
Looking for the news, I'm the one you need to see. AEW, NXT, and WWE. In and out the rope so we can keep it in the ring. For the business, I'm like great because it turned me to a fiend. I super kicks it to your HBK 9-7. From the same city as Moxley, Cincinnati, where I'm repping. 1, 2, 3, ding, you won't last. You are tuned into the Wrestling with Destiny podcast.
Now, AEW started off with a bang on this week's episode with a match between Hangman Adam Page and Ricky Starks. Absolute Ricky Starks made his way to the ring accompanied by Taz's son Hook for his first very showdown with Hangman Adam Page. Page entered the match on a 12-match win streak, while Starks rode an 8-match win streak into the event, meaning something would have to give in the opening contest of this week's broadcast. I didn't even realize that Hangman had that many wins, or Ricky Stark, which is fucking awesome because they've been showing their ass. They've been going beast mode every week. Page gained the early upper hand, delivering a springboard clothesline that knocked Starks from the apron to the floor. Where Page followed with the toe, Page shook off the stare down with the hook and delivered a pump handle half Nelson fallaway slam for the two. By the way, Stark is one hell of a seller, man. I thought that boy was hurt for real this whole match pretty much. Starks fought his way back into the match, wearing Page down. An awkward landing throw allowed Hangman to recover and deliver a brainbuster for a close 2 count. I thought Starks' neck was fucked, man. I'm not even playing. Starks nursed his left ankle injury, struggling to hoist Page up for a powerbomb, but still managing to muscle him down for another near fall. Hangman met Absolute up top, rocking him with the right hand and delivering an avalanche fallaway slam from the top rope. He added a lariat, but Starks still kicked out at 2. Page tried for a buckshot lariat, but Starks ducked and delivered a spear. That was one hell of a spear too. An alert Page recovered, took over the tape Starks, to tap Starks out by grabbing the ankle in a crossface. After the match, Taz cut a promo warning Page to cut his back. Hook attacked with a chop block, and Team Taz entered for a beatdown. Dark Order made the save, standing tall with their friend to close the segment. Now, like I said, Stark looked like he got fucked. Now, I'm not talking about the ankle, but his head. I think it was a German release suplex, and he landed on the back of his neck, but then rolled over to his feet. And they try to say like, oh, he landed on his feet. No, he landed on his fucking neck, and that shit looked like it hurt. It did, man. And if he wasn't hurt, he's one hell of a selling motherfucker, because that shit looked like it hurt. This was a great match, non-stop pace. Hangman is a beast in the ring. Ricky Stark is a beast in the ring. You can tell Taz's son Hook needs some help in the ring. His kicks are fucking horrible. With Taz being your dad, Taz, man, come on. You gotta get him together, man. Those kicks were fucking horrible that he was doing on Stark. Imagine how much better this world would have been with the ankle injury not hampered Starks. It was still damn good. A quality showcase of two of AEW's brightest young stars. Page is clearly heading to bigger and better things, presumptuously and eventually shoot at Kenny Omega's AEW championship. But Starks has all the talent in the world to be right there alongside Hangman soon. I agree. He handled the ankle injury the best of his ability, didn't let it prevent him from finishing the match, and likely earned more respect for gutting things out in the process. Yes, because he looked like he was fucking hurt. Page needed to win to get where he needed to be. But the tease of a battle with Team Taz, creates questions as to whether he will battle his former tag team championship winning partner at Double or Nothing, or if AEW holds the particular clash off until All Out in August. Look, I think they should just hold out, build it up so it can be a spectacular. Just keep building it up with Hangman and Omega, because they're not like in a storyline right now. Currently, Kenny Omega is still in the storyline with Moxley, so let that shit play off first. You can throw a little bit of back and forth in there if you want to, but yeah, I'll just hold that off for the time being until they have an opening for them to have a long drawn out series of matches for the championship belt. But yeah, man, shout out to Ricky Stark, man. That motherfucker's a beast, man. He took that shit like a champ. And I ain't gonna lie, man, I thought that guy was hurt for real. It looked like it, man. Next on AEW Dynamite, Trent from Best Friends versus Penta from Death Triangle. Okay, Best Friends Trent battled Death Triangle's Penta in the night's next bout. Trent, riding a wave of momentum after his return 3 weeks ago, wiped his mask foe out at ringside with the Taupe Con Hilo. Penta, rocking a sweet Batman-inspired mask, seized control, entering the picture-in-picture commercial break. He talked trash to Orange Cassidy, who was there supporting his buddy, and bragged alongside buddy Alex. Back from the timeout, Trent rocked Penta with a running knee strike, scoring a count of 2 off the burst of the offense. Penta shook it off and delivered a pump-handle driver to despite the dumping Trent on his head. The Best Friend answered with an apron power driver and then added a spear to the floor. That apron power driver is a fucking beast too, man. That shit is hellacious. Penta grabbed the microphone and said, Trent's friend sucks, so does his mother. Not Trent, but his accomplice. Trent chased after him, and after failed interference from Cassidy, ran right into a shot in the face from a microphone by his accomplice. A package power driver put Trent away and earned Penta the victory. The package power driver is fucking amazing. This match was okay. I think it's better than any match you're gonna see on WWE Raw or SmackDown, so shit, I'll give it a thumbs up. Trent and Penta are capable of much better than we got here, but even a good match is still pretty enjoyable. The commercial break slowed things down, and the focus of Penta's accomplice in this new role as the mouthpiece of Penta took away what likely would have been a dynamic closing sequence. As it is, the finish keeps the feud between Death Triangle and Best Friends alive, just in time for a huge 6-man tag match on pay-per-view at Double or Nothing. If AEW so desires so much, with the talent involved, would almost certainly be capable of stealing the show while giving us the latest chapter in the Cassidy and Pac feud. I don't want to see Cassidy and Pac feud again. I want to see Pac challenge for a championship belt, man. Fuck that. That's all I got to say. Next up, JR Interviews The Pinnacle. Now, let me just tell y'all, MJF is fucking amazing on the mic, man. He's fucking amazing. Jim Ross sat down with The Pinnacle ahead of Blood and Guts on May 5th. Wardlow credited Jericho for cutting one of the best promos of his career last week, until he mentioned his name. He stuttered and stammered his lines because he knew uttering Wardlow's name was a mistake. MJF follows saying, Jericho surrounds himself with BS, so he's with bitches, so he looks like an A, and then, my bad, y'all, he ain't say that, I'm just fucking with y'all. He said Chris Jericho surround himself with B's, so he looks like an A, and then wrestles A's, so he doesn't look like a B. He denounced the idea that he's a great for 25, exclaiming he's great, period. He said he's coming for Jericho's spot at Blood and Guts with his family, and he's going to take it. Now, MJF promo was fucking remarkable. This guy is amazing on the mic. He's decent in the ring, but his promos are fucking crazy. This was great stuff from Wardlow. I mean, who rarely gets the opportunity to talk. When he does, it means something. Wardlow carried himself very well on the mic as well. He carried his proportion perfectly, calling Jericho out while propping himself up. It was a nice touch as the sort of thing that, if done in a moderation and presented as it was here, could lead to the young big man taking on a Batista-like persona in which he is clearly smarter and more aware of what's going on around him than he gets credit for. MJF, when needed most, cut another extraordinary promo and put over the root of his issues with Jericho while hitting him with a few jabs in retaliation for last week's insults. It would have been nice for Shawn Spears and FTR to have the opportunity to talk, but this was short and impactful, never overstaying its welcome. I would have liked for FTR to talk, for sure. I think they're good on the mic too, but, you know, it is what it is, I guess. Next up, AEW Women's Championship match. Hikaru Shida versus Tay Conti. Now, Shida and Tay Conti, they've been booking Tay Conti up real nice, man. I tell you that much. I remember when she was in NXT just starting off, and she was just okay. But the way they've been, I guess the way she's been working on her craft, she's looking damn good, and she's hot. Okay, let's get into this. Tay Conti has spent the last 2 months developing into the hottest athlete in AEW women's roster. Which hot they talking about? Earning herself a championship opportunity against Shida on Wednesday night. The match between mutually respected competitors saw Shida overwhelm and over-wrestle her opponent early and often heading into the commercial break. Conti exploded with a burst of offense, dropping the champion high on her shoulders with the suplex. A pair of corner boots stunned the champion, and a kick across the midsection had the challenger rolling. With Shida draped across the rope, Conti delivered a senton, driving her into the mat. Shida fought out of the hammerlock DDT and delivered a jumping knee strike. The champ added a Falcon Arrow for a 2 count as the challenger showed considerable resilience. On the ropes, Shida delivered the Witch's Shot, dropping Conti out of a fireman's carry across the top. Conti recovered, stunned Shida with the knee strike, and applied the TKO. She tried for the DDT, but Shida countered into a pinfall attempt for 2. Shida followed with the fireman's carry into a backbreaker and then delivered a knee to the face for the win. After the bell, Dr. Britt Baker appeared, revealed that she is now the undisputed #1 ranked woman in the division. Conti looked like a star in this match, man. She hung in there with Shida, turning in her best performance in AEW in ring to date. She is the future of the division, a star that will burn bright for years to come. And the fact that she has accomplished what she already has in this small amount of time is going to highlight her moving forward. Shida just keep rolling, turning in understated performance after understated performance after understated performance, establishing herself as one of the best champions in wrestling today. This was another great showing, and her wins put her in a collision course with Britt Baker. The Good Doctor is the breakout star of the women's division and absolutely should be the next to hold the title. Beating someone with the credibility of Shida has amazed her, will only further solidify her as the top star in the division. The time is coming soon, and when she gets that time, yes, I will love to see Britt Baker as AEW Women's Champion. Make it happen, AEW. Make it happen. Up next, the Inner Circle response to the Pinnacle's promo. Okay, the Inner Circle joined Tony Schiavone in the ring for a rebuttal following the Pinnacle's promo earlier in the night. Jake Hager vowed to make sure that their rivals are left sucking their dinners through straws. Santana called the Pinnacle's actions bitch moves, and Chris Jericho cut a lengthy promo that included an impromptu show tune before issuing a challenge for a parlay between the factions on next week's show. Alright, so I'm okay with this. I think it was a great promo. I fucking loved when Santana said that was bitch moves. Like, that's bitch moves. But anyway, Jericho tried to be a bit too funny with the show tune, and that didn't land nearly to the extent that most of his epic promos go during the week and from the past few years. Still, he is good and intense and energetic babyface promos that the only tone and charisma can make up for it. Santana was great in his rare opportunity to hold the mic, and overall, the tone struck by the babyface group was perfect. Next week's face-to-face will be the final opportunity to create buzz for Blood and Guts. Considering the match is over a year in the making, it would be great for the performers to hit the segment out of the peripheral ballpark. Give the quality of the work to this point, this should be no problem. I doubt it would be. I think this match is going to be a great match. A lot of energy, a lot of people getting fucked up, and I'm all here for it, man. AEW all the way, baby. Next, we have Billy Gunn versus QT Marshall. Not gonna lie to you, I really don't care about QT Marshall. Billy Gunn is a legend to me, but I really don't care about this match at all, man. I guess they just had some filler they wanted to put on. This was a filler match to me, but I'll let you know what happened. The rivalry between the Nightmare family and the Factory continued this week as QT Marshall, accompanied by Anthony Ogogo, Nick Comoroto, and Aaron Solo, battled Billy Gunn, who was joined as sons Colton and Austin. Gunn dominated early, battering Marshall around the ringside area as the commentary team denounced the actions and attitudes of Marshall in recent weeks. Cody Rhodes' former friend took control of the match, though, and even delivered a big power driver, but he could not put his opponent away. Everybody, this is my one gripe about AEW, just one. Everybody uses the same moves in all the matches. So when you see something over and over in the same episode, it's like, it don't mean nothing. The match, the move doesn't affect me the same. A disrespectful crotch chop sparked the babyface comeback by Gunn, who was down Marshall and appeared to have things in his favor until Ogogo appeared and delivered a cheap shot to his ribs. A diamond cutter to the hobbled Gunn earned Marshall the victory. After the match, Ogogo gave his mentor a wooden chair, but Dustin Rhodes rushed the ring to break up the beatdown. Rhodes cleared his former tag team partner out before breaking the weapon over the head of Comoroto, who knows so it to make him like a monster heel. The villains retreated as the segment came to an end. Now, like I said, I think this was all just filler. I really didn't care about this match. Just really didn't, man. They should have did something else. The match was exactly what you expect from Gunn and Marshall in 2021. With that said, the effort was absolutely there, and the spotlight was appropriately on Comoroto and the Go-Go, but to whom looked absolutely devastating in spots here. This all seems to be heading toward a multi-man tag match, presumably at Double or Nothing, with Cody Rhodes returning to really put in over the top. Considering everyone else is otherwise tied up with other storylines, there are four worse things for them to be occupied with, especially if the company can continue to highlight Comoroto and Ogogo and Solo. Now, I think that was the reason for this, just to get eyes on those three gentlemen. And if that's the case, kudos to you. But I really don't care for the match. I'm just being real with you guys, man. Tell me what you think. Leave a comment in the comment section, and I'll be right there to answer anything you want to know. Now, this segment goes to Jon Moxley and the Elite and Eddie Kingston. So, prior to the match of the night, cameras caught up with the AEW World Champion Kenny Omega. The Good Brothers, AEW Tag Team Champions, the Young Bucks, and Don Canales in a remote location. Before they could say so much of substance, Jon Moxley and Eddie Kingston interrupted. They damaged the Elite's trailer, but the Hills escaped before they could get their self together, prompting Moxley to label them bitch as fuck. Now, this was hilarious. It reminded me of Stone Cold Steve Austin back in the day. Definitely. And the match after this was Christian Cage versus Powerhouse Hobbs. Christian Cage wrote the latest chapter in this rivalry with Team Taz on Wednesday, battling Powerhouse Hobbs in singles competition. The veteran competitor found himself on the defense entering the commercial. Though overcome by his massive opponent's strength and size advantage, Cage fought his way back into the match, escaping Hobbs' grasp and delivering a powerbomb out of the corner. He scaled the ropes and delivered a frog splash for a 2 count as Hobbs demonstrated his toughness. Hobbs recovered and delivered a running hip attack in the corner for a very close 2. The aggressor let his ego get the best of him, stopping short of running power slam to the showboat. Cage slithered out of his grasp again, this time dropping right behind him and delivering a kill switch for the win. Ricky Starks came to his teammates' aid after the match, staring Cage down as the segment came to an end. So, I love that kill switch move, man. I'm so glad they're doing that. I'm glad they're calling it the kill switch. When they was calling it the unprettier and all of that. But I love it. I do love it. The rather slow, methodical pace of the match prevented it from ever really achieving a grade any higher. It is totally understandable, though, as Christian was working with the young star while still learning with every match. Here he sold for Big Hobbs, putting over his power and size before taking advantage of his scoring to come from behind victory. The tease of a match with Starks is intriguing, I agree. If only because their styles will seemingly mesh well and may make for a damn good match. Better than tonight's show, which saw Cage a step slower as he accounted for Hobbs, who will one day rule over AEW as world champion. Now, Christian Cage has been out the ring for 7 years, I think. So he's getting back in the mix. So I don't really complain about Christian Cage wrestling matches. But in a year or two, if they all slow like that, then yeah, I'm gonna start to say something. Next, we have the TNT Championship match with Darby Allin versus Jungle Boy. TNT Champion match. Darby Allin, Jungle Boy. As Darby Allin and Jungle Boy came to the center of the ring for their main event match, Excalibur put in the idea that for the first time, Darby will be facing someone that's skill match, agile, and as bit as fast as he is. Allin escaped Jungle Boy's snare trap submission and out of frustration took his opponent down and fired away with a flurry of rights. He sent Jungle Boy spine first into the ring post, but the challenger responded by taking the champion over the guardrail and onto the floor. Intensity already. The intensely physical battle continued through the break, with Jungle Boy uncorking 2 rope suicidas, followed by a top conhilo to flatten Allin. The champion fought back and responded with the coffin drop onto the ring apron, driving the air out of the challenger. Sick. This was sick. Luchasaurus assisted Jungle Boy back into the ring, preventing a countout and earning the ire of Sting. The Icon came face to face with the prehistoric luchador, and the brawl between them ensued. Back in the ring, the competitors exchanged hard open hands until Jungle Boy downed the champion and added a running knee to the back of the head for a near fall. That was sick. The challenger locked in the snare trap, but Allin made it to the ropes. Jungle Boy trapped him in with the surfboard and then reapplied the snare trap. Darby yanked the hair and gouged the eyes to break the hold. Smart and dangerous. Jungle Boy peppered Allin with palm strikes, but the champion trapped him with the Last Supper for the pinfall victory. After the match, Scorpio Sky and Ethan Page attacked and latter delivering an ego's edge to Allin. Lance Archer made the save but suffered a beatdown until Sting reemerged and chased the heels off. Now it's crazy that Lance Archer got beat down by them because Lance Archer used to be a beast, man. I don't know what happened, but I don't know. That has changed. Allin and Jungle Boy absolutely tore the house down this week, though, delivering a hell of a wrestling match that reflected why management is so high on them. Jungle Boy brought the submission-based offense while Allin again snatched victory from the jaws of defeat. Finding a way to win the match appeared destined to lose down the stretch. Jungle Boy lost nothing in defeat as he delivered a performance that was so strong it eclipses the loss. Allin continues to etch his name in the history books, delivering performances that support both management and fans, insistence that the face-painted anti-hero is the future of the company. Sky and Page rejecting themselves into the closing moments of the show, beating the babyfaces down until Sting made the save, establishes them as the greatest threat to Allin's title and potential opposition for the TNT champion, and Sting as Double or Nothing draws near. The match and post-match developments helped cap off what was another stellar episode of Dynamite as the company hits the creative stride ahead of one of its signature pay-per-view extravaganzas. Now, I'm going to tell you this. this was a great show last night. AEW I feel like they just can't lose right now, man. They only have their own slot to themselves. They don't have to worry about competing. They can just go balls to the wall and go hard every week. And Darby Allin is my favorite wrestler. I don't care what show or what promotion it is, it's Darby Allin. Someone had asked me the other day, who's your favorite wrestler? And, you know, I couldn't even come up with one. It used to be John Moxley, and I was like, man, I think my favorite wrestler is Darby Allin. I'm not even joking, man. He's a beast, man. He doesn't have to be a big guy. He's a small guy. He gets shit done in that ring. I love the face paint. I love the promos. I love the theme music. I love the entrance. I love the attitude. He just got it, man. He just got it. And that's probably why Sting like him so much. He just got it, man. He does. Now, I'm going to rate this show A, B+ at the less. If you hear my kids, you already know they just wild. They're going to be kids, so it is what it is. If you can please bear with me. I know I did a little stuttering again too. I'm still getting used to this. I just love wrestling, and I'm here to be here for you. We can do this together. We can do this podcast together. If any of you guys and girls have any comments, you can comment in the comment section. Please remember to like, subscribe, and share this video. Hit the bell for notifications so you can get every notification every time that I drop a video with wrestling content. And you already know what it is, man. Tap in or tap out.